it should be a matter of embarrassment in Europe today that while many defence enterprises have expanded their capacity to produce shells over the last 18 months, order books at Europe's defence companies are far from full. So it's eminently clear to many of us that we are not, as governments within Europe, making full use of that industrial base. I think it was Dr. Watling of RUSI who intimated that it should be a matter of embarrassment in Europe today that while many defence enterprises have expanded their capacity to produce shells over the last 18 months, order books at Europe's defence companies are far from full. So it's eminently clear to many of us that we are not, as governments within Europe, making full use of that industrial base. But I wanted to ask your good self a question. Do you think that the British taxpayer, or taxpayers generally, are getting value for money?
It's a good challenge, Chair. I think it's a many-faceted challenge, I think. We're certainly very wedded to the large primes in the UK. And whilst they are absolutely world-class, no question of that, they do tend to be quite expensive and quite cumbersome. And MOD exacerbate that effect by providing exquisite, very, very detailed requirements, which then everybody needs to turn themselves inside out trying to fulfill those requirements. So I think we've got big, expensive companies, very good but expensive. We're not making nearly enough use of the supply chain, which, as Kevin quite rightly said, is very sophisticated. We're probably second in the world in terms of our sophisticated sort of defence supply chain. But yesterday's announcement at number 10 with sort of setting up this SME hub and really pushing hard on setting hard targets for MOD and the primes to use SMEs and mid-tiers much more will most certainly drive down the costs and improve the speed. But the challenge to the MOD is you must get better at providing a problem statement, not an exquisite requirement. And then your contract doesn't need to be 1,000 pages long. Yep. We've got a little SME called Filtronic, and they've got an 8-page contract from SpaceX. Their MOD contract for exactly the same equipment is 90 pages long. For an SME, that just kills them.